My name is Tom Fehn. I'm the curator here at the museum. I've been here since 2015, and when I started by getting dirty in the shop and evolved into my present position over the years. Well, they were huge. The concept that Mr. Zimmerman employed upon founding this place was that it would be tactile and participatory. And by the time I got here, all these cars were arranged like sardines in a can and wired off, roped off. I opened it up, created the floor plan here, created the idea that you could start with the red car over in the corner and go counterclockwise and see the evolution of the American automobile. So that was the single biggest change that I undertook once I got out of the shop and onto the floor. That took a little bit. Well, the concept is that if your father or your grandfather had a 37 Chrysler, and we have one, a few times a year we put it out in the front on a Sunday morning, along with 2 or 3 other cars, and our guests are able to take a ride in it, not drive it because that's suicidal, but take a ride in it with one of our docent drivers. And that concept, as far as I know, is unique to us. They do it at the Ford, but they charge for it, and it's on private property. We're on a public streets. It was a driving force, but it also had another force. This collection, when I got here, was very restricted, and I thought that it should be opened up to all decades, and it should be opened up to cars which, while not quite collectible yet, would be soon, and they could be purchased at bargain prices and liven up the party out here. Yeah, a little bit. It started to draw more women and more young people, and as of now, it's that percentage of our audience is up quite a bit from where it had been historically. But it had, historically it had been older people, car guys, but a lot of them have gone. Over 30,000 people came to see the cars. Well, the transition from the roped off sardine cars to what you now see was time consuming and a little bit difficult because people often don't like change. And there's 2 cars out here that we have. That one of them is a 9-passenger Mercury Colony Park station wagon, and the other is a minivan. And when I bought them, I was subject to a lot of criticism, as those cars aren't collectible. They became one of our best attractions because we tell a story with them about how the minivan killed a station wagon. So they became very popular. That's a challenging question. They already feel like it shouldn't close, so that's gratifying, but it has to close. Going back to your earlier question, it's closing for 2 reasons. Number one, it doesn't make money on the gate. It makes money on its event business. In this economy, since COVID and just before COVID, most people don't have enough money to have a $7,500 birthday party. They just can't afford it, so volume goes down. In addition to that, we've suffered some brand new competition here in the community, which is picking off the lower end of our business, and it's just not economically viable. All of the museums that I know about that still exist are either privately funded by benefactors or they have a large endowment. We don't have either one. I would think about where they've been. They've been living here. They won the lottery to live here. They've been well cared for, well exercised, and for the most part, they're all going to be pretty good rides. It's our intention to use the proceeds and the proceeds from our interest in the building to fund a program to create scholarships for auto restoration students. We all know that there aren't enough of them, and it is a financial burden, so we intend to pick up the tab for it and see if we can make it grow. The other benefit of that is once we're in that posture, then we can go to car guys and solicit further contributions to increase the fund. So that's the plan. I think that they ought to have in mind when they're thinking about buying something that the proceeds of that transaction are going to go to a good cause, which enhances the future of the car hobby. That should be part of their motivation. Is this the part that we rehearsed?
Yes, that's right.
I think Worldwide is the finest auction company on the face of the planet, and I would do anything I possibly could to support them.
I do.